One love. Oh, hi. Okay. Crackers. Looks like my camera is a little bit blurry. So we're going to need to fix that. Apples. Now where is the chummy digger that I used to clean my little scarf? I swear, you know, when I can't find anything around here, I go Madison. Because I have this silky scarf thing, and it's what I always use to clean. Let's try this scrunchie. Will that work, I wonder? Maybe that's a little bit better. I don't know, maybe the blurry vision might help a little bit because I won't look so red. So red today. Well, there was people here and now they're gone. They were here and then they left. They were here and they were like, girl, I am watching you. You silly. You crazy. Hi, Miss Lana. How are you? How you doing, love? I'm going to watch my ad today. I just signed on. There's an ad I got to watch. Hi, Cosmic. How are you? I'm early. Imagine that. I'm 2 minutes early. Well, I went go live. I think it was like at 7:58. I am in the middle of cleaning. I literally just got out of the shower because I was gutting through my living room, cleaned my kitchen, and I have the vacuum cleaner still in. So I did my dining room, cleaned off my table, moved where my working desk is going to be and stuff like that, because I usually always work at my kitchen table or my dining room table, because you know in an apartment there's no room for a table, right? So in my dining room is usually where I work, at my table. So I moved that, and I need to get a little desk so I can put in the corner. Instead of always being at the kitchen table, because then I have like my papers are everywhere and it's just a big old mess. And I'm telling you, my kids and my husband, I got like little scruffies, probably from my towel on my face. Never eat at the kitchen table, only if we have company over and it's like, you know, Christmas or something like that. Other than that, they eat in front of the TV or they eat in their room. Honest to God, I don't like that. I do not like it, but Ian, that's how he is. And you know, I was always, when I was raised, we always ate at the kitchen table every meal, right? But he's eat at the couch type of person. Drives me bananas. Anyway, and the kids are more like him. I tell you, they're more like him than they are like me. So my kitchen table is, there's papers everywhere, boxes, so I cleaned all that up today. And I still got so much more stuff I have to do. Sorry, guys. I just want to lightly fix these bald eyebrows here. I never do a great job with eyebrows. And I don't want to go too crazy because I find if I have a heavy hand, then it looks fake. And I don't want fake looking eyebrows. I just want it to look like it's kind of full, you know, in my bald spots, because in the 90s apparently it was cool to not have any eyebrows. So hold on a second, I'm going to read your comments in a minute. What'd y'all have for dinner? So when I get off my live, I have to go finish cleaning off the dusting and everything like that in the living room, finish vacuuming there, and then I gotta clean the foyer and clean the main bathroom, and then I think I'm going to be done until tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going to gut out my bedroom. I got to get Ian to go through his closets because he's got a dresser full of t-shirts that there's no need of a dresser full of t-shirts, right? So he needs to go through that closet because I don't know where to put his clothes. And you know yourself, when you live in an apartment, there's not a lot of storage, you know. I got my dresser. He got his dresser. He's got 2 drawers down on the bed. At the foot of the bed, there's drawers, and he's got 2 of those. So, yeah, trying to get everything done. Okay, hi, Miss Tracy. Hi, Miss Lorinda. You have bad sciatica pain, Cosmic? Oh, yeah, hopefully drugs help, love. Hi, Andrea. Can't you lift your legs very high? Ooh, ouch. You almost got stuck in the shower this morning. Oh, wow. Yeah, take it easy, love. Oh, you had baked spaghetti and naan bread. That sounds lovely. I had, well, Ian and Madison are gone over to our friend's house. I was saying there's the birthday party for his friend, and I was gonna go, but tomorrow is gonna be a busy day. I have so much work I have to get done tomorrow before the beginning of the week. I mean, I'm behind on my faxes. I put all my faxes through on Wednesday, and I swear to God, I looked yesterday and there was 80. So I know come Sunday, I'm going to have over 100 faxes again, right? And I don't like to start my week off with faxes from last week because you don't know what's urgent. You know what I mean? So tomorrow I'm going to be doing that. And my boss finally went through referrals from like the end of November. So I have to book those appointments. So I want to get as much of that done as I can tomorrow. And I just went, you know what? I just have so much stuff to do today. And Savannah's gone with a friend. Madison was going with Ian over to our friend's house. So I'm like, I'm going to stay home and clean, and I'll go live for an hour and then continue cleaning, right? So that's what I did. You had five guys and some peanuts. Oh, you're having a Caesar. So what, anyway, so I said to my nephew, well, what are we having for dinner? And Ian might bring something back because I know there's food over there, but I don't know what time he's coming home. So he ordered us Firehouse subs. And I legit had, so the small sub, and I had half of the small sub because I was in such a rush. I just finished vacuuming my dining room. I ate a little bit, and then I hopped in the shower to come on here. And I want to get it all done. Plus, I got to do laundry. I want to get that done tonight, too. Crazy. You had a virtual doctor appointment today? Oh, and you can't get it until Monday? That sucks, Cosmic. So, anyways, I went to Winners. I feel like I got something stuck in my throat. I went to Winners today. I have a Winners video that I'm going to be uploading sometime next week. Oh, and I have my, my Cosbox, the All True box, got delivered this morning. And I'm like, I didn't even know FedEx worked on the weekends. But I think the reason why they delivered it was because it was supposed to be on Thursday. Then it was supposed to be here on Friday. And so they delivered it this morning. Anyway, so I got that. So that I'm going to upload on Monday. And I'll probably just put Winners there on Tuesday. And maybe on Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't know yet. I'm going to upload a video of my skincare because I'm running out of my favorite skincare, and I'm going to move on to trying something different. So I'm going to talk about that in that video. You just got back a half an hour ago from a big shop at Superstore. Ooh, Superstore. I love the Superstore. We don't go there very often, but I'd like to, you know, because you go with a man, right? And you know when you go with a man, it's just like, well, I don't want to be here very long. We're only here to get food. And I'm like, but there's clothes and there's makeup and there's kitchen stuff. And you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't get to spend a lot of time at the Superstore when we go. So anyways, I grabbed this at Winners. It's Pacifica Clean Foundation. It was $7.99. And I got the shade 3131 Cool. So we're going to try it and see what it's like. It's vegan, it's cruelty-free, oil-free, anti-shine, satin finish. So, because I've always seen it at Shoppers, but I wasn't paying over $24.99 for the foundation. I mean, I could have, but I didn't. Not like I haven't paid over $25 for a foundation before. Oh, there's big points right now? Oh. You left hubby at home, right? See, I don't drive. That's why I have to put up with the man. That's my problem. But I'm not driving because I'd probably run somebody over. So I don't have my license, if you guys didn't know. I'm literally, I panic. I've tried a bunch of times to go driving. I had my G1s a bunch of times, but I'm terrified on the road. I'm terrified as a passenger. I'm not the person you want in a car with you. Like, I trust Ian's driving. I do. I trust his driving. He's a great driver. But, oh, man, we're in the car, And I hate the drive home from my office because I swear to God, every time we drive home from my office, there could have been an accident there or there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people are nuts on the road, right? And Ian's always pointing things out to me, and I'm just like, thank God I don't drive, because if I did, I'd be like this, like, hands on my face, going, okay, Lord, Jesus, take the wheel, because I'm going to die here, and that's how I would be. So after trying for so long, it was like, you know what? I live in the city. Don't need it. You're self-medicating with cheesecake. Is that a girl cosmic? You use a Pacifica cleanser. I just opened up this new Tatcha little mini primer I got here because I can't find my other one. Maybe I used it all up. I went and bought so many of these off Facebook pages. Like, if I seen them for sale, the little Tatcha liquid canvas primer, if I see them for sale, I grab them. If it's for a good price, like, I won't pay $10 for it, but if I can get it between 5 and 7, then I grab it, right? I mean, because it's not like a high commodity anymore. When it first came out, these little minis, and people were able to sell it, then they would, charge $10 for it. But now that there's so many other ones out there and brand new ones and stuff, like, the joy of it is gone. So I won't pay that price for it anymore. Besides, I got a whole bunch now because when I seen it for a good deal, I'd grab it. But I love that primer. It's like my favorite primer. Andre, you need to go shopping, but you're not going out in the cold. Your car is frozen. I tried to open up our patio door yesterday, and I couldn't open it up. It's so cold. You live in Ottawa. Oh, Lana and Tracy live in Ottawa. You wish you lived in Toronto, but your family doesn't want to move there. You love Toronto. I've never been to Ottawa. I must be missing something. Oh, you don't have your license either, Lana. You figure you're saving Ottawa, right? You would be a distracted driver, like, and I know that, and Ian knows that, and it just got to the point where it's like, you know what, baby girl, you got me. We're in Toronto. There are buses and there's subways everywhere. Can't afford another car anyways. Who wants to pay for another parking spot? You know what I mean? So it was like, it's probably a wise thing for me not to drive. And he would take me out driving on back roads with nobody around. And if I went over 25 miles an hour, I would have the worst panic attack. I swear to God. So I'm like, I don't need it. I don't want it. I have no desire to drive. Andre, your skin went really dry overnight about a week or so ago. You're flaking everywhere. Oh, wow. Did you use something different? Fun day. You can hear the honking when we open our door. Yeah, so let's see how this, I'm hoping this is it's very watery. So it's like watery here. Let's see how she works. I think I'm just going to try it with, and see if I think she's maybe a little bit too light. I don't know. We'll see. She could be my shade. All right. So she feels a little bit greasy. I'm going to say she feels a little bit greasy right away. Oily. That's what it feels like. Oily. Although it says oil free, anti-shine. So, not quite my shade. She's not. I probably could have went the shade next to it. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. It's hard to tell when you're putting on something you need just a tad bit of a shade darker. But I think it will work because, I can bronze it up, right? Because I know I have other foundations that's just just a tad bit too light, and you just need to bronze it up. So that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to see what we think of it. All right. So yeah, I went to Winners today. They didn't have much there. Usually the normal. I don't think I've seen anything really new at Winners. Maybe Ico was new at Winners. I don't think so. And I wanted to go and look at, all the household stuff. And and video that, but Ian and Maddie were with me and they were done, so I had to go. So I'm like, well, I'm lucky, I guess, that I got to do the makeup part, right, of my winners. But it looked like it was kind of cleared out. Okay, this is very light. Ooh, we got to, we're gonna bronze his face up. Very pale. I don't know if you can tell because of the lights, of the ring lights, but it's very pale when I look here. It's a very light coverage, but it's doing its job kind of thing. I mean, my redness is still here. Let's see. I can just tap it around the red bits. Actually, I don't think I would mind this foundation. It's a very light coverage. But it's covering up, you know. I have to wait until I get bronzer on to tell you what I think of it. Because you know sometimes when you put on foundation and like when you first put it on, it looks like foundation, but then once it dries in, it's like it doesn't look like you have foundation on your face anymore. So like right now, it's like looking like I have foundation on. I gotta wait for it to dry. But honestly, I don't think it's too bad right now. We'll see in a minute. So anyway, it's at Winners for $7.99. And sometimes, you know, I'm a little bit weary about picking up like foundation stuff at Winners because you don't know how long it's been there, right? So we'll see. I feel like I have a hair or something on my face. I do, right there. I knew I did. Okay, hold on. Let me see who's here. All the folks posting from there today really come off as, I don't know what we're talking about. Cosmic, I've missed something. Oh, hi, Anna. How are you? Oh, the honking for the truckers. Making you crazy as they're getting up to the border. You're losing crackers. Your Beautylish bag should be here this week, Lana. Oh, I'm excited. Let me know what you get. Yes, Tracy, I got my All True box. You've seen someone post on the Facebook page what they got. Yeah, I have it. I haven't opened it yet, so I'll open it and post that video on Monday. Hi, Miss Sylvie. How are you? Oh, my daughter's sending me a text message. Bio's parents are picking us up at 11. Okay, so Savannah's out at her friend's house, and she's getting brought home. I don't know. I know she's like 14, but I don't know. I have a thing about her taking a subway at 11 o'clock at night. And it's crazy because, you know, I like, Ian's like, well, I did it. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, when you were 14, that was, you know, 30 years ago kind of thing. And it's a different world, right? So I don't want my child being on a bus or a subway in Toronto, you know, at 11 o'clock at night, right? So she wanted to go to her friend's house to watch some movies, and my thing was, well, Daddy is not going to be here, so if you want to go, you have to get a ride home, because I'm not having you going on a subway. Like, I can't, sorry, I can't even put them in an Uber. Like, if the two of them were together, okay, as long as they have me on the phone, but I can't put her in an Uber by herself. I remember one time I did, and two of them were going to my niece's house, and I was waiting and waiting, and they didn't have a phone then, right? And I was waiting for my niece to tell me, okay, they're here, and I'm watching them on the Uber. They got dropped off, and I'm calling my niece, and I'm texting my niece, and she didn't pick up. I was losing my mind, and this is a couple of years ago, so they were younger. And so I texted my niece's roommate, and I'm like, have the girls showed up? Like, I'm freaking out now. It's 20 minutes later, and I still haven't heard a word, right? Because all I can tell is that they got dropped off by the Uber, and they didn't have a phone, so I'm watching the app on my phone. Anyway, my niece calls me because the roommate called my niece and was like, okay, you need to call your auntie. She's freaking out, right? And she's like, what? I'm like, do you have the girls? And she's like, yeah. I'm going, you have to call me. Like, you can't. Last words I said to her was, okay, they're in the Uber. They're on their way. I'm watching the app. Call me as soon as you get them. Well, you seen that they got dropped off. And I'm like, yeah, but that could have been a lie, right? And you hear so many things about them Ubers. There's been so many assaults from an Uber. Like, shit like that. Oops, I swore. But crap like that happens. Gotta be careful. So anyway, yeah, maybe I'm a little bit of a freak, but I think everybody's like that with their children. Oh, Cosmic, I think that everyone has the right to their opinions, and we can either support or not support. But on a platform like this, let's try to keep it nice. You were nervous when your daughter was younger and taking the bus, right, Tracy? You always make sure that you can pick her up. Well, Ian usually drops when he's not working. He brings the kids to school and picks them up. Now, Savannah, she'll get the bus home most days because she wants to, because she's able to talk with her friends more, because a lot of her kids get on the same bus to go to the subway station, and then she's two stops up from the subway station, right? And she's 14, but yeah, we always drop them off and pick them up when they were younger. Even Madison now still, she's 11, and we still pick her up from school every day. And if he's at work, if Ian's dad can't bring Maddie to school, then she's got a phone now. She's got to text me when she gets there, and I'm saying, okay, watch the lights. Don't talk to anybody. Only have one headphone in. You got to notice what's going on, because it's a different day now. And then there's what do you call it? Oh my God, where they're kidnapping girls and putting them into, there's a word for it. It's not like the sex trade. It's guys, what is that word? Oh my God, I can't think of it now what it's called. But you know what I mean, right? They're taking girls and, they could end up in another country somewhere. What is that word called? Yes, that's it. But I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Trafficking. I won't say the other word, but trafficking. It is a scary world out there, right? You know? Hi, Miss Janet. It is stressful. You're right, Sylvie. It really is. I think that if I had to understand, if I had to know the fear that you go through as a parent, like lying in bed at 12 o'clock at night, wondering, am I going to mess up my kid's head so bad that she's going to need therapy when she's older? You know what I'm saying? Like, and all these fears stay with you, I guess until you're dead, right? But I think if I had to know, like really know, because I know people have told me, like you will always worry. But if I had to really understand it, I don't know if I would have had children. I swear to God, I don't know if I would have had children, because you always worry. You never stop worrying about your kids, even when they're home safe, good, you'll still find yourself as a mother lying in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning worrying about this and thinking what ifs. And it's always the what ifs, and you have all these scenarios in your head, It's crazy. Your sister can't go to sleep unless her daughter's in the house and she's over 20. Yeah. Mom was like that when we lived at home. Mom was like that, and we'd be out until 3, 4 in the morning, but she didn't go to sleep until she knew we were home. Sam went to meet a friend of hers in France pre-COVID, and you were a nervous wreck every single day. Made her promise to text you every day. Yeah. I can just imagine. I can just imagine. And I did that to my mom. I went to Ireland and I didn't know a single person and lived in Ireland for a couple months and didn't know a single soul. Like not one human being did I know in Ireland. But I was in my late 20s when I went, but still, you know, anything can happen no matter what age, right? Oh, I can't imagine. Yeah, I would have been a nervous wreck every day too, Tracy. Texting her all the time. What are you doing? Where are you? Watching all the movies. Don't make sure you don't do this and make sure you don't do that when you go away. We do the best we can, but no matter what, we're not perfect. That's so true, Andrea. Good chance we'll end up in therapy. I think we do. I, even though I'm sure most of us had great moms, I think we try to do better than our mother because we know more now. We're more educated, right? Whereas we have more knowledge now than our mothers did, and especially than what their mothers did. You know what I mean? But, and I've said this to my kids, I want you to be a better mom than I am. And you're going to have more knowledge when you're of that age, and it all comes with education and knowledge. And I know, like, my mom, I think she got grade 11. She did years ago, like, she went back to school when she was 40 something and got a grade 12 diploma. And then she went and got early childhood education. We had a preschool in our house, and she was in her 40s when she did that, right? Um, so mom, it was like mom put something in her head and she goes for it. Like she's an amazing woman. But I also know, like, educational wise, growing up, she had so much, but not as much as other people. And her mother had none. Like my dad, he got to grade 2. Like my dad is illiterate. He got to grade 2 and that was it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine your kid in grade 2? Okay, your school is over for you for the rest of your life and you have to go to work. Literally, 7 years old. That's my dad's education. It's insane. I tell my kids that and they're like, but that's illegal. And I'm like, yeah, well, back then it wasn't. It was life, right? So I think they will because they're going to have more education. Gen X, you could have done anything as long as you're home by dusk. I have no idea what gen thingy I am. I have no idea. I think it's silly. Uh, I'm Gen Z. I'm Gen X. Madison said I don't even know what she is now. I mean, what are you going to do in 20 years? What do you call those people? Gen Z? Baby boomer. I know there's baby boomers. There's a Gen X. And what else is there? Gen X and a baby boomer. What is the rest of it? I don't know these words at all. There are so many new words now. I'm telling you, is not LG LGBTQ. There's more now. There's LGBTQT P A. I mean, there's so millennials. That's another one. Millennials, boomers, Gen X. What is an alpha? What's a Gen Z? So is the boomers the 50s and 60s? I'm so confused. So confused. Everything has a label. Have you noticed that in this world now? Everything has got to have a label. There's got to be a word for everything. And if there isn't a word, people make it up. Have you noticed that? Everything's got to be labeled. You can't just be you anymore. And the kids growing up these days, they can't just be them anymore. They have to have a label. Especially in a city, they have to have a label. Now they're all going around changing their names. And I'm like, both my kids did it. Yep. In school, they're called by another name. I'm like, okay, whatever floats your boat, right? But I'm like, parents sit down when they're pregnant and they traumatize over coming up with the perfect name for their child. And then the kid at age 10 can turn around and say, well, I don't want this name anymore. I picked this one. And you as a parent can't say anything about it because the moment you do, it's splashed all over social media, and social services is getting called on you. It's, I mean, there's got to be, uh, you know, there's got to be some kind of control. But in this world with social media, a lot of parents don't have a lot of control. It's that bothers me. I'm bothered by that, and a lot of things we don't have say. Like my kid at 12 was allowed to go and get a vaccination with or without my permission. Like that bothered me because she's a child. You know what I'm saying? But in this day and age, we have no say anymore. A 7-year old decides they want to be a little a boy instead of a girl, and they want to go and do all these changes and stuff like that. Post it on social media, your parents say no. Oh my God, social services is knocking at your door. How dare you tell your kid they can't be this? But they're only 7. They've been alive for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, I don't know, honestly, I wish I had my kids 10 years earlier. I do. I wish I had my kids 10, 20 years earlier than I did, because parents these days with small kids, there's a lot of control that we don't have anymore, and I'm really bothered by it. And the fact that if we say something or say no or wait until you're 18, wait until you're adult to decide this or this or this, we're bad people. We're marked as bad people. It's brutal. Social media has given children so much more control, and they shouldn't have it because they're not old enough to have that control. They're not old enough to have that power. The world is crazy. It's gone mad. Yes, it is. Nicoletti, hi. Shauna, right? It's so hard to handle. It is. And we just have to sit back and we can't say anything. Can't say anything. Not a word. Okay, if that's what you want, dear. Inside, I'm seething, but if that's what you want, dear, I love you no matter what you are, what name you got, or whatever. I don't care as long as you're happy and a good person. But at your age, I don't think that you should have power over these things. But hey, you know what? Social media runs the world, right? Look at all the people who get canceled over nonsense or canceled for stuff that they did 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously people grow and change, right? As the years go on. It's insane how much power social media has. Now, they got so much power for all of that. Why isn't it they are not using their power for really good things, like, the poverty in the world, right? Or the little girls in other countries who are getting butchered so they don't have private parts, you know what I mean? Or getting married off when they're 9 years old. Why can't social media help with that, right? But instead, they want to go cancel somebody because someone called somebody a something 1,000 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah, they probably grew up and changed since then. We all done crap in our past. I know I did. And I wasn't very pleasant in my past. I probably said some very horrible things. Thank God there was no video phones when I was younger, right? Okay, hold on. I'm behind. Your oldest son done a number on you. You now take medication to sleep. Yeah, I know. You watch too many movies where the young girl's kidnapped and the parents have to go find her. You watch too much true crime. Yup, like that one Taken with Liam Neeson. And Ian is no Liam Neeson, right? Yeah, mom is a really strong lady. She put up with a lot, but she's just hammering away. Back in the days, kids had to work on the farm. School was a luxury. And you know what's crazy is that here in Canada, we say back in the day, but in other countries in the world right now, there are little girls who are still doing that. Like, they can't go to school because they're a girl. So they have to stay home and work on the farm, do the housework, do the farming while the little boys run off to school. You know, it's crazy, right? Because here we say back in the day, but there's countries and that's happening right now, you know? Gen Z are the kids from 1997 to 2012. Cosmic, how do you know all this stuff? Alpha are the generation after that, 2012. Okay, so two of my kids are Gen Zs. A very distinct difference between the various generations. See, I have no idea what the difference is. That's why labels, back to labels. Everything is a freaking label now. Drives me insane. You don't know how parents are doing it now compared to when you raise your son. It's insane. I'm telling you, Janet. You feel for new parents these days. Sam and Austin, your kids are 26 and 27 and they don't do social media. Happy they don't, right? Millennials are 1981, 1996, and Gen X are 1965 and 1980. Okay, so I guess I'm a Gen X. You lucked out. Your kids are all grown up. Nicoletti, you wouldn't want little ones now. Janet, I guess you're a boomer. So Janet, you're a boomer and we're Gen X. Taken Liam Neeson, that was the movie you were telling Sam about when she left. She says, Mom, don't worry. You read a lot. I see, I couldn't be bothered. I'm so, like, against all this labeling and stuff like that. I'm like, why can't you just be? I say that to my kids all the time when they come out and have a new announcement to make today. You know, and I'm like, why can't you just be? You're 10 years old. Just be. That's it. Why do you gotta announce another label today? Just be. Just go to school, eat the food, play with the friends, and go to bed. Just be. It's insane how these kids these days know all about stuff that I didn't know about until I was 13 and 14. It's insane. Like, somebody had a kid who was 4, and that 4-year-old decided all on her own with her big adult brain that she was going to be a vegetarian. And that was a choice that she made at 4 with her big adult brain. And the parents are bragging about it. I'm like, you really think that 4-year-old decided all on her own she wanted to be a freaking vegetarian? No, because she heard her parents talking about being a vegetarian and praising that up. So she decided, oh, if I say I'm a vegetarian, then I'm going to please my parents. And that's exactly what she did. You know, a 4-year-old alive for 4 years making these decisions. I don't get it. The world's messed up. I can't imagine what the world's going to... Listen, when we're all dead, when all of the boomers and the Gen X people are dead, what is the world going to be like when it's left with the Gen Zs and the Alpha Omegas and all of that? I can't imagine what the world is going to be like. Is it going to be a bunch of wimps? That's what I think. Your mom is a baby boomer, you think? That came right from mom and dad? Nicoletta, you're Gen X too. Agreed. Kids should just be allowed to be kids, right? All these kids with labels and too much knowledge for their own good. Totally. Mom and dad make the decisions, right? We have lost control. I feel for people who are now just having kids or their kids are 4 and 5 years old. I feel for them. I really do, because it's going to be a hard knock life, you know? Obviously, unless, of course, they're in that generation where it all started and everything is all grand and, you know, great and, you know, where there isn't anything as winning and losing anymore. Everybody wins. Well, how is that going to help the person out in life? You know what I mean? I don't get some of this stuff. You feel so fortunate to have grown up in the 70s, majority of your teen years in the 70s, right? When the worst thing you did was to get a bootlegger to go to a party and smoke cigarettes. Children can make very intelligent choices just because she's 4. No, I don't believe, not 4 years old. I'm sorry, not 4 years old. When you raise a child and you see them at the age of 1, 2, 3, and 4, when 4, they're still crying for you to go to, they want you to go lie down with them at bed at night. No, I don't believe a 4-year-old can make a choice on whether she's vegetarian or not. I think that came from the parents. You know, a 6-year-old can't tell me that she's bi. And I had a 6-year-old tell me that she was bi at age 6. Not for a second do I not believe that that kid really, truly, deep insidely feels that she's bi. I think that all came from the parents, from the environment that she's in. You know what I mean? A 4-year-old who still sometimes can't wipe their own butt, but yet can make those decisions. I don't believe that for a second. I think that is all about where they are. And that's just my opinion, and you can have your opinion too. I think it's their environment. It's what they hear, and kids are a product of their environment, right? Hello, Just a Cutie. How are you? So I was thinking about trying this palette today. I must say, this is a beautiful palette. I wasn't too angry with the Beautylish box when I pulled this out. It is a gorgeous palette, and I've never had, I mean, I know last year in the Beautylish box I got that 4 quad palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't even think I swatched it. I never touched it. So this one I was happy to get. But I must say, I don't think that the Beautylish Lucky Bags were that great this year. I'm good, love, but not bi. Yeah, I think parents should be the voice of the children until they're 18. I think we're losing a lot of that. I think that, you know, God only knows what's going to happen in like 10, 20 years, right? If the world continues the way it is, we're just going to like plop out the kids, and once they start walking and talking, they're going to decide what they want to do after that. You know, can't say nothing because social media. 6 is too early to identify. You know what the good thing is that we all have different opinions. You know what I mean? Some people believe some things and other people believe other things, and that's okay. You know, babysit a lot of kids. You'd be amazed where they pull their information from. Oh, I know. See, and I wouldn't let my kids, I wouldn't let Savannah have social media. She didn't get social media until she was about 11. And it's hard when you have another little girl, you know, because it's like that first child that you have, you almost, you have control around that first child, right? But when the second one comes along, a couple of years apart from the first, and they're the same sex, the second one is learning from the first what she shouldn't because she's still young. You know what I mean? So I let Savannah, I think she was 10 or 11 when we let her have social media, and she begged and begged for years. You know, she wasn't allowed to get the phone until she went to a school, a different school from her sister. And she, you know, if she had to walk home by herself, that's when she was allowed to have a phone. And there are some kids legit in grade 1 with a freaking phone. I think that's insane, right? Savvy had to get to grade 7 before she had a phone. You know what I mean? Or grade 6. Nope, grade 7. It was a Christmas that she turned 13. We let her have a phone. Anyway, but Madison, because she had an older sister, learned so much so fast from Savannah and her friend, right? It is gorgeous palette, and apparently there's a primer in here. This one here, I think it's a cream primer. Let's try it. So it looks like that. It's really creamy. I have to put some blush on because my face is looking really pale. Let's try this primer. Okay, she's not bad. I'm so used to my Gerard Cosmetics primer. Not bad. bald eyebrows. I need to put some blush on or something. Am I making my face look a little bit darker with the bronzer? All right. Oh, you wouldn't believe what I seen at the dollar store today. Oh, my Lanta. It was at the dollar store. It was Manicadar body lotion at the dollar store. I swear to God, Manicadar, man. She is even in our freaking dollar stores now. Honest to God. I almost lost my mind when I seen that in the dollar store today. I mean, she was at Winners, no doubt. She was always at Winners. She never leaves Winners. But to see Manicadar at the freaking dollar store, Madison and I were laughing about it. And a part of me was like, I should probably buy this body lotion to see what it smells like. But I was like, no. Because if I bought that body lotion, then some of that money is going to go back to Manicadar, and they won't stop. I couldn't believe it. Body lotion, Manicadar, I swear to God, they're into everything. And they're not closed, because I think at the Winners today, they had false nails. And if you go to Winners, you know those fake nails. What do they call them now? I think they're like, they're not like the fake nails that we had when we grew up. There's something different with these fake nails that are out now. Anyways, so at Winners, they had the Manicadar fake nails, you know, like what's coming out now. And I'm like, oh my God, they're still producing. Because I was thinking maybe all this stuff from Manicadar was made 10 years ago and they just had a lot of product, right? But no, they're still doing their thing, freaking Manicadar. Still making all this here new stuff. Obviously, if they had those nails. Unbelievable. Hold on, everybody. Your kids didn't have social media until their mid-teens, but there wasn't as much as Facebook. Yeah, 15 years ago. Mostly Facebook, yeah. Were you looking for the... Oh, I bought the Wonder Beauty Foundation, love. I found it at Look Fantastic. So I know they have the Wonder Beauty Foundation at Sephora, but when I was looking for the longest time, and they only had a couple of shades, the darker shades. So I found it at Look Fantastic, and I got it before Christmas. And I think they had like 25% off before Christmas, and then I had some credit. So I think I paid 20 bucks Canadian for the foundation. That's with delivery and everything, but this is a lovely foundation. I love this foundation. It's so good. But that was the only place that I was able to find it here in Canada, or if I wanted to order from Wonder Beauty's website, right? But Look Fantastic. Sometimes if there's something that you're looking for and you can't find it, look on Look Fantastic, because they do have a lot of brands there. I mean, I've noticed that like Natasha Denona on Look Fantastic is a couple of dollars more than what you would pay at Sephora for it. Just so you're aware, they do up the price a couple of dollars on a few things. Tracy said, from all of those unboxings that you watched, you didn't think they were as good as some from last year. Yeah, I didn't think it was a good year for Beautylish. And I had heard that a lot of people complained about, you know, what they had in their boxes last year. And Beautylish had said they were going to do better, but I didn't think this year was that great, to be honest. And I don't know about a lot of other people, but I find every year when I get my Beautylish box, I always get something that's non-beauty in my box. Have you guys noticed a lot of like 80% of people who get the lucky bags get something that's like not makeup in their box? But every year I've always got something that wasn't makeup, whether it was that roller, one bag, it was a brush bag with no brushes. You remember that? Why send me a bag for brushes when you don't have any brushes inside? I didn't get that one. But I don't know if I've noticed like a lot of other people. I need a lipstick. You know what? I think I'm going to put on that Wayne Goss lipstick. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Here it is. She is following you. You've been wanting to go to the dollar store. You just haven't been out. Yeah, they're little gems at the dollar. Yeah, Managadara is following me, right? Oh my god, dirty little bugger. You've never had any Managadar? Cosmic, didn't you used to get Topbox? You never got Managadar in your Topbox? Hi, Miss Blade. How are you? Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Lorinda. Oh, hold on. You've been wanting to try the Impress nails. Okay, that's what it's called. So you've seen some on Amazon that have a nice color. That's what it's called. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Tracy. You're not missing much, right, Nicoletti? Cosmic, you're not missing much by not having any Manigadara products. You have two you're going to send me. I have two I was going to send you. Oh, Wonder Beauties? What, the big ones or the minis? I'll take the minis. I love the minis. When I go away, I usually take minis with me, right, for travel. I never take a full size when we used to be able to travel, that is. But I never would take a full size foundation. Nothing full size. When I was able to... Oh, someone's asked me if my new Facebook account is actually me. Oh, full size. Oh, okay. You know what? Andrea, try to sell it on a Facebook page because I know a lot of people might want it now because you can't get it only on Look Fantastic, right? So you might have a good chance of selling it. I thought you had two Manigadars you were going to send me. And I was like, that's okay. Nice joke. Good night, Miss Lorinda, darling. You've been getting some non-beauty items in your Look Fantastic box. Yeah, last month, Sylvie, January was all skincare pretty much. Was there a lip gloss in that box? God, I can't remember what we got in that box now. We did, didn't we, or did we? I don't know. Maybe there was a lip gloss. I can't remember. And I know I just did it last week. Cosmic, you weren't subscribed to Topbox for long. The one time you're supposed to get it in your Ipsy, the bag got lost. Ah, see? That's the stars aligned for you to lose that bag, so you didn't have to get Manigadar. You wouldn't curse me. Yes, we got a lip plumper. That's right. I guess you can qualify that as makeup. But yeah, January box was just skincare. Usually Look Fantastic. You might get one, maybe two items of makeup. And I know throughout all of last year, there were a few boxes that had two makeup items in it. But most of the time, it's skincare or it's hair care. You know, you get a brush every now and then, right? Or like a towel or a scrunchie or something like that. But for Look Fantastic, it is mostly skincare. I think I'm going to cancel that box when it's due come August. I think I'm going to cancel. And honestly, which is weird for me to say because for many years I was like, Glossy Box, what the hell? This is crap, right? Their box was crap for many years. Glossy Box was kind of like Look Fantastic is now for me a few years ago. And I had canceled that box. But I found last year, Glossy Box seemed to be getting a little bit better. And Look Fantastic kind of went downhill, you know what I mean? In my opinion anyways. Because I know like a lot of you guys like skincare, right? I really got my blush kind of like messed up here today. But I think I'm going to swatch this eyeshadow palette. There was a silky eye mask in Glossier Look Fantastic. I don't remember either, love. I find with those two boxes, if you ask me what I got in those two boxes, I can tell you the brand names because I find it's always the same brands in those two boxes. They just switched it up one month to the next. Oh, these are very silky. So there's two shimmers from Miss Charlotte Tilbury. She annoys the heck out of me. Did you guys ever see the video where Charlotte Tilbury, darling, was on Tati? Tati had her on her channel. She annoyed the heck out of me. I couldn't even watch the video. I was so annoyed. Those are pretty. Is one of these supposed to be a matte? Okay, so this one here is a matte. Very nice and silky, I must say. Holy cow. Nice and silky. I've never tried Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadow before. I've never even swatched it. So this is all new to me. So these are two more. Two more shades. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to go on the other hand now. This is a gorgeous shade here. This is a matte. Another darker brown. Beautiful pink. Like, I think I'm pressing too hard on it. I'm probably going to... Oh, that one almost looks like... I don't know. Can you see it? This one right here. It's like there's a shift to it or something. Okay, and then we got a darker brown, and then we got a black. And I like the fact that she's got a black in here and a dark brown as well. So there's a shade. My swatching is terrible. Very, very silky. All right. Has anyone tried Charlotte Tilbury before? You're on hold with makeup now. You have to wear, oh, an N95 mask and a shield. Oh, girl, they got you all bunched up. Andrea, you seen that video and you completely agree, darling. I couldn't watch it. And I remember that was like right in the Tati heyday. You know what I mean? And I could not finish that video. She annoyed the poop out of me the way she talks. And apparently... she's like that 24/7. She talks like that 24/7. I wanted to smack her upside the head. Oh my God. Couldn't handle it. The only eyeshadow you've bought in months is a small one from Rimmel and your Uoma palette. Charlotte Tilbury is too neutral for you. Yeah, because you like a lot of bright colors, right, Cosmic? Now, let's see. Well, I think I'm going to take... You know what's funny? Because when you look at... See the shade right here? I thought this one was going to have like a burgundish kind of a tint to it. Because that one is brown and that one is brown. Just different shades, right? But this one here, I really thought that that was going to be like a burgundy kind of a tint. Well, I guess it's like a burnt, whatever you want to call it, a burnt brown, like a brick. Okay, maybe I missed swatching that one. I thought it was brown. You only try the CT lipsticks and a couple of minis. I think I tried her primer. Maybe a mini of her foundation. You prefer bright colors too, Just a Cutie? Oh yes, I put the Beautylish quad. That's right, Andrea. When I had a giveaway last year, I put the quad in it. That's right. You reminded me. Okay. Well, I'm going to go in with this because it's the only matte, the lightest matte shade here. Let's try the primer. Do you know this palette was like $101 on Beautylish? I almost fell out of my chair when I seen that price. 101 bucks. I was like, okay, maybe I'm not so mad at this box now. Because, I mean, look, I got the Wayne Goss lip gloss on. And, you know, when I put it on when I did my video, right? And it didn't bother me. I had it on all day and it didn't bother me. And usually lip glosses bother me. Like, I don't know, they get sticky or my lips get really dry. But these didn't bother me at all. This is really nice. I'm telling you, this formula almost reminds me of Tati's formula. Which, it's too bad that Tati don't come out with her, you know, Tati Beauty is over. Because her eyeshadow palette, that formula, is fantastic. It is a beautiful formula. It's so smooth. Tati's palette. I mean, she knows makeup, right? She picked a gorgeous formula. And this almost reminds me of Tati's formula. You know, I have to try Jaclyn Hill. Does she have eyeshadow palettes, Jaclyn Hill? From her brand, Jaclyn Hill. Like, I know she's got everything else, but did she do eyeshadow? That's got to be the next thing coming, right? She's done everything else. I just don't recall her doing eyeshadow. I really want to try her lipsticks and her lip liners. Um, I've seen a lot of reviews on her lipsticks and lip liners that people really like them. And then there's people that you know that's not going to like them said they were crap. It's almost like you can call it. You know what I mean? When you're watching reviews of just regular people like me, 2,000 maybe subscribers, or 50,000 subscribers, and you're like, okay, this is good. I like it. And then you watch the big ones, and they're like, oh no, this is no good. Oh, this is no good. And it's like, you can call it before you even watch the video. You're like, yeah, you're not going to like that, are you? It's so easy. But I'd love to try her lip liners. And I don't care about all the lipstick gate stuff. Whatever, girl. You made a mistake. Life goes on, right? Shit happens, to all of us. And you didn't know how to handle it. God, I wouldn't know how to handle it either. All those people hating you over lipstick. You've never met a vivid eyeshadow you didn't like, Cosmic? You also, Sylvie, you mostly use neutrals and a little green for the brown-eyed girl. I bet you that looks really nice, Sylvie. Blade, you wouldn't mind getting that palette in your lucky bag, but you feel like you already have those colors multiple times over. Oh, yeah, I know. Me too. Oh, I got those. These colors are probably all of these palettes -5. You've gotten a mystery box from her and a couple of palettes, a quad and a 6-pan. From Charlotte Tilbury, Lana. Kind of like everything when it comes to eyeshadows except too bland or neon. And neon is coming in apparently this year. Neon is coming back. You're going to buy the foundation, but Emily Knoll said the LYS foundation was a dupe for it, and you have it? Oh, okay. So, Jacqueline has foundation? I didn't know that. Jacqueline has had a lot of controversy with her eyeshadow. Jen did videos on it. Yeah, but Jen don't like Jacqueline Hill. Jen's another. I love Jen. I do. I love Jen. But she's, when Jacqueline comes up with something, I know automatically that Jen's not going to like it. And some of these people that people don't like, I would rather watch somebody who has 2,000 subscribers or, like I said, 50,000 subscribers, because they really don't care. They bought it with their own money, and they're going to tell you if it works for them or not. You know what I mean? No, I'm talking about in Jacqueline's actual brand, not through Morphe, but in her actual brand. Did she do eyeshadows? I don't recall if she did or not. Her new collection is horrible. What's her new collection? I haven't seen it. She has a collab or two with Morphe, but I don't think she has any on her own brand. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any on the Jacqueline Hill brand either. Oh, no, Charlotte Tilbury. Her new collection is horrible. Oh, okay. You also tried a bronzer and a highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury? Oh. She put a really good eyeshadow palette, but then reformulated it. Well, it was while claiming that it wasn't. Yeah, I don't think Morphe told her, right? Because I think they do the contract, and Morphe can go and change whatever they want, and she didn't know. I think that's what it was, and people are asking about it. She was like, no, it's the same formula. And then she found out that they went ahead and reformulated it. Because once she gets paid for that, they can do whatever they want with it after that. Once she gets paid for the initial launch. She picks out her colors. She picks out her formula. Once that's done, Morphe owns still all of it, and that's in the contract. And she's got no say in it. Just like what happened with, what's her name? The blonde from Norway, Finland. Nikki Tutorials. When she had that collab, her very first one with Too Faced, I think it was. She had picked out the formula. She did the eyeshadows. What she was using was fabulous. But in the contract, it is written in the contract that everything belongs to that company, not her. She gets to pick out the formula. She gets to pick out the colors, and she gets to pick out her packaging, right? What she picks out. But they can go and change any of that, and they don't need to discuss it with them because they get paid for her name to say this is what you collabed with the company for. And the same thing happened with Jaclyn Hill. You know what I mean? Morphe can go around and do whatever they want. It's all written in their contract. And that's why she didn't know. And then when she became aware, she posted it going, yeah, they changed the formula and they can. She had no say in that. And that's what these big companies do. And they've done it so many times with other, YouTubers and beauty gurus. They can go and take the floor right from out and under you, and you have no say in it. You know what I mean? When you sign that contract, right, there's all kinds of fine print. And that's what they do. And then it comes back on the person when it should go back on the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, Morphe is still racking in the dough. You know what I mean? Nobody's talking about how Morphe changed this and that. Well, I think she's learning, She's growing. All of us put our foot in our mouth. It's just that she's big on social media. You know what I mean? Like, she's not hurting anybody. A lot of these people that, the big beauty gurus and stuff like that, people love to hate and talk about them like they're the devil themselves. We're literally talking about makeup. You know what I'm saying? It's not, life and death, right? It's makeup. You know what I mean? So if they want to come out and say they don't like this kind of makeup or that kind of makeup, okay. And if they come out and say something that some people don't agree with, but then some other people do agree with, okay. You know what I mean? I think that all of them get kicked in the ass for. Like when Manny MUA came out with his bronzer collection, he had a lot of shades. He explained it in his video. He said in his video that, once this takes off, he wants to come out with more shades. But there's only so many that you can do when you're running your own company and you only got so much money to start with, right? There's a 3 light, 3 medium, and 3 dark, and that's what he did. But he got cracked on because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't win, right? New collection for Charlotte Tilbury is bright liquid lips, liners, a sharpener, and a remover. Ooh, that's different for Tilbury, bright liquid lips. Have you guys noticed Chanel, Dior, YSL? It seems like whenever they come out with a lipstick, or even if it's, say, like a 3-pack of mini lipsticks, when they come out with it, it's always reds. It's never any other color but reds. Have you guys noticed that? Nikki Tutorial was Dutch. Yeah, she's from somewhere, Nicoletti. That's why I said, I don't know, Finland, Norway, the Netherlands, somewhere. And that poor girl only got paid, was $50,000, I think, for that eyeshadow palette. And they gave her, it was Jaclyn Hill's collection? Oh, okay. Liquid lips, liners, a sharpener, and a remover. Okay. Well, maybe she came with the bright liquid lips because she's already done the nudes. Maybe that's why. But anyway, Nikki Tutorials, back on her for a minute. So they gave her the palette, what was going to be the final palette, right? And she was like, this is everything that I asked for. It's perfect. But what she didn't know was that everybody else had been sent out something different. So she's making her video like, I love this. This is my formula. These are my colors. It's so good, blah, blah, blah. But people who bought the palette and the PR was a completely different formula. So when people were coming after her, like, what are you talking about? This is crap. And she's like, what do you mean? She was like, no, this is the formula. This is really good. Until somebody, I guess handed her what they got. And she's like, wait a minute, this is not the same formula. This is not what I agreed to. But it's in the contract that they can change whatever they want, right? That the company really has the final say. And she had a lot of crap for years because of that. You know what I mean? So I think she learned after that, But I mean, these companies, and there was, I think it was Manny MUA and Laura Lee that were saying in a podcast once, they were talking about how this company they worked with for a collab, and they were so excited about it, and they did so much work on it, you know, and they were posting videos and Instagram and stuff like that, and the brand didn't even post anything, not one video, not one post, nothing. And it just made them feel like they were nothing. Just, well, we don't care. You do all the work. We have other things to do. You know, so like some of these brands, I think they do things to these influencers, and it's sad because a lot of the flack comes on the influencer when really what control do they have? You know, they think they have control, but they really don't, right? It's the company who got the control, you know? And you love watching YouTubers with low subscribers. They're usually purchasing the products themselves and give more honest reviews. Hi, Miss Rose. How are you? Sylvie P said, people love to hate. Hard to watch all the drama, just a bunch of baloney. You've seen red. You find it's dated, but they're trademarked. Very old school. Right, Sylvie? I've noticed that all of those big name brands, it's always red. It's like this shade of red or that shade of red. And I'm like, well, what happened to the, you know, light pinks? You know what I mean? Or maybe the nudes, you know? And that's sad because I would love to have like a Dior or Chanel lipstick. I think I got a YSL here and I think it's red. I would love to have one of those, especially if they have them on sale, say like Christmas time, and it's a mini 3 in a pack or something like that. But they're all red. Old school. Yeah, I think you're right. It's very French. Your mom always wore her red lipstick and her Chanel perfume. You know, I honestly can tell you that I have no idea what Chanel perfume smells like. I don't think I've ever smelled Chanel perfume. And I know Chanel number 5 is like this famous perfume, but I don't think I've ever smelled it. I know back when I was in high school, Eternity by Calvin Klein, and there was another one, Obsession, right? Or was it Obsession by Calvin Klein and Eternity by somebody else? I can't remember, but Eternity, Obsession, Alfred Sung were like the crazy perfumes when I was in high school. Everybody wanted that perfume. And then I think when I was in university, Perry Ellis 360 was like the bomb perfume. And now I don't know what's the bomb perfume anymore. You ever notice that as like the generations, there's always like a favorite perfume, like the in kind of perfume? I have no idea what it is anymore. Like for Ian, I love the Dior Savage, but my nephew says, okay, well, Auntie, that's old. To him, Dior Savage would be like Aqua Velva is to us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if my dad ever went to go put on Aqua Velva, I think I'd kill him, right? No, 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 we don't do Aqua Velva anymore. No, no. You know, and that's what my nephew is saying. No, we don't do Dior Savage anymore. It's hard to keep up with these times. Nicoletta, you do know some brands, Dior, Channel, YSL, I'll do red. You have a huge weakness for YSL lipsticks and you don't mind the reds, but you would like to take any color. They need to come up with new colors. Yes, Miss Sylvie. Your favorite lippies right now are the Tarte Juicy Lip. I think I got one of those around here at Cosmic, and I don't think I ever used it. Your Obsession was so popular. Yes, Obsession was popular. The Alfred Sung perfume. That was actually at Winners. There was the perfume and I think a lotion maybe and a body gel, something like that, in a box at Winners. You ever notice now you can go into a Shoppers Drug Mart and you'll see like those perfumes for $20? I used to like, oh my God, what's that brand called? Oh, crackers, Crystal, perfume brand. Omnia. Bulgaria? No. It spells something like Bulgari or Bulgari, I think that's what it's called. But the crystal line, I think that's what it was, crystal, a crystal line or something like that. I loved that perfume. I had gotten a free sample. Oh my God. I think Madison was a baby. We had just moved. I think it was like probably the first year that we moved to Coburg. So Madison was like 1. And I had signed up for a free sample of this perfume and it showed up like 3 months later, right? I totally forgot about it. But it was this little tiny bottle looking like the full size of the ball, not the 30 mils, but the full size ones. And I loved this perfume. So it was the Omnia Crystal or something like that. So I seen it a couple of years ago at Shoppers for 20 bucks a bottle, but it wasn't the same shape, and I didn't find that it had the same smell. So maybe the one I had was a different. I'll have to look into it, but I really like that perfume, but you know, that one is old now as well. We consider that old. They focus on one group. Alfred's song was all the rage, right, Tracy? You love pink sugar. It's sweet and inexpensive. It smells so nice. I don't think I've ever smelled pink sugar, but I know I've seen it. It smells like soap, Sylvie. You bought the Sephora dupe to the Juicy Tube, and it's nice. Oh, okay. Andrea, that's something you can try. Cosmic. I think Sephora's got a sale on their products right now, or 20% off, something like that. CK1, yes, that was huge as well. I remember that, CK1. I remember the very first bottle of perfume that I ever bought for myself when I first came to Toronto was So de la Renta. So it was Oscar de la Renta, but it was So de la Renta. So it was one of his thingies, right? And I couldn't believe it was like $100, something like that. My Sol de la Renta. I think I still had it. Or I bottle a bottle of it, I think, when I seen it at Shoppers for 20 bucks. I think I probably still have it. But it was the very first bottle of perfume I ever bought for myself. I was so proud that day, going into the Bay and buying a bottle of perfume. Your husband wears Acqua di Parma. You love that smell. CK, I just read that. Did any ladies get lucky? Oh, the Elle magazine hasn't come out yet, love. I don't expect that out until the end of February because they only closed it on January the 10th. So probably around the end of February, I expect people to find out if they got accepted or not. It's usually like a month and a half after when they close the entry. You have to be careful with perfume. Cosmic, you have allergies. Eternity in High School. Chanel No. 5 Lou. I need to get that. So what's the difference between Chanel No. 5 and Chanel No. 5 Lou? Or Low? What is the difference? Is there like different flavors of Chanel No. 5? Or different scents, I should say? Look at me go with my hands like a nutcase. I'm a nutcase. The Dior J'adore perfume. I don't know if I smelled that either. Nicoletti, you had the same problem. You get asthma, or some perfumes give you hives. Cosmic, you got 4 shades in the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. I got one of those around here somewhere. I know I did. I think I got it in my Ipsy bag. And to be honest, I don't know if I ever opened it. I'm sure I do. Man, I got so much crap everywhere. I'm telling you. Junk I'll never use. I gotta throw it out, you know, to make space. Hold on. This is so old. I don't know why I keep it because I can't use it, but it was like my favorite mascara and you can't get it anymore. My God, what a mess. I got mascaras in there I never knew I had. What a mess. Let me see, Cosmic. I know I got that somewhere. Yes, I do. I don't know if it's the Jalula one. This is Tart Jelly Glaze Toasted Coconut. Is this what you're talking about? This stuff? Cosmic? I knew I had one. I got an Ipsy, I think. Okay, hold on. I gotta scroll. Blade said, I say you should enjoy what you like, be it fragrance or clothes. Don't let the trend styles take away your joy or force you to buy new things that you end up throwing away. Exactly, Blade. I mean, I'm still stuck on Arizona perfume, and that came out I don't know how many years ago. That is so true, you know. Use what you love, right? You know? And I swear, if I didn't get into makeup and skincare for years, I'm talking like 20 years, 25 years, the moisturizer that I used on my face every day was the Pond's Cold Cream. And if somebody asked me now, what should I use for dry skin? And I'm like, well, if you want something really, really cheap, but great, Pond's Cold Cream. It's fabulous. And you can get unscented as well, right? That's still one of my favorite moisturizers. Pond's Cold Cream worked for me. That's all your mom ever wore was Chanel. That perfume lingers for years. I gotta smell that. You wore Benetton Colors was your favorite. I never heard of that before. Tracy was going to say that Oscar de la Renta was your first bottle of perfume. Your mom used to wear that all the time. I know that Perry Ellis 360, I wore that all the time, like all the time. I'm sure I have an ex-boyfriend out there who, if they ever smelled that by somebody passing by, they would probably think about me. Which is kind of, you know, in your face if you do, right? But, yeah, back in my heyday, that was my perfume. Perry Ellis 360. Loved it. I still have a bottle right here. And I'll still put it on. The Perry Ellis. And Madison will actually reach for my Perry Ellis every now and then and give herself a squirt. The Lou is a fresh, more modern take on the number 5. Oh, okay. Yes, Andrea. Fingers crossed for everybody for the Elle magazine. Rose, you two, you never get picked for Elle. Hope they send it to you this time. Yeah, I think, yeah, fingers crossed for everybody. Hopefully we all get it. Water, it's lighter. Okay. Oh, and Cool Water. All right, Cool Water and Clinique Happy when I was in my 20s. That was happening too, those perfumes. Mirage by Givenchy was your first perfume. The scent you were wearing when you met your husband, and he still gets it for you once in a while. Oh, that's so nice, Nicoletti. Janet said, Emerge is her favorite perfume. Your son bought it for you. Oh, is that the same as a Juicy Lip? This is almost balmish. Oh, okay. Don't know. Don't I know. Your drawers won't shut, and you have 12 boxes of skincare and makeup to put away in acrylic boxes to put up on your cupboard. And you still want more skincare, Andrea. I know, it's ridiculous, right? I mean, can you imagine if we didn't buy all of this makeup in all these boxes and put it all in the bank? How much money would we have? Well, I might have enough for a down payment on a house. Not in Toronto, though. That's for sure. You've been trying all of your perfume samples, big bowl. You pick a new one each day. That's a good idea, Tracy, because you know what? We get a lot of, throughout the year, especially if you're on our Facebook page, we get a lot of perfume samples. And I just stick them in the drawer and then, you know, stick them in an envelope every now and then to somebody, right? But that's a good idea, you know, because I'm like, I shouldn't be stuck on the one perfume, especially if we got the little vials coming in all the time. And I would say throughout the year, we get probably between 10 and 20 from Topbox Circle, right? And there's Topbox Circle, and then there's another one that I signed up for the other day on Sample something or other, or whatever it's called. What is it called? What is that? Sample something. You guys know what I'm talking about. They had a perfume sample out the other day. Shoot, I can't remember what it's called now. You give most of your perfume samples to a girl at work. You don't wear it much. I think that's a good idea to put it in a bowl and try something new every day. That's a great idea because, you know, perfume, as Dave Lackey should say, you should put it on first thing in the morning. Squirt a little bit in your hair when you get out of the shower. And it smells different on everybody, right? So I can wear a perfume that, well, or you can wear a perfume and I might like the smell of it on you, but when I put it on me, I might not like it. You know what I mean? I think that's a good idea. I think I'm going to do that. Seriously, could open a store full of skincare, body butters. You're hoping to find a new favorite perfume that way. You're on a no buy, but you really want that hyaluronic acid. Bye, Miss Rose. Thank you, love. Okay, I'm going to try to finish up my eyes, and then I still got a whole ton of cleaning to do. I totally forgot about it. All this cleaning I got to do. I don't know what I'm doing right now with this eyeshadow, though. And I want to get it all done before Ian comes home, which I'm surprised he's not home yet, but I guess he's having a good time. He's only, like, on the other side of the road. On the other side of Kipling. I don't know how to explain it. He's about a 10-minute walk, really, and like a 4-minute drive from the house. And Madison's with him, so. And I honestly thought he'd be home by now, but I'm glad he's not, because I want to get everything done before he gets home, because I'm sure he's going to have a couple of drinks, and then, oh, I don't know, men, when they drink, they drive me nuts, you know? Because then you got to listen to them. You know what I mean? When they're drinking, you got to listen to them, you know? Now I got to sit there and I got to listen to them. I always try to pawn them off on my nephew because I just don't have patience. But my nephew's going to pawn them off on me tonight. God love him. He's funny, but he don't like not having anyone to talk to. You know, what they're like when they drink. Unless I can get him to eat. If I can get him to eat, then I get him to go to bed. Anybody else like that? After years and years of being with the same person, you just know how to handle them? Ian's he's cute when he's had a couple of drinks. I just need to have the patience for it sometimes. You would sell your things on the Facebook page. You also give some to your coworkers. Oh, that's nice when you see them have a bad day. Hi, Miss Michelle. I had posted it on the community page. Does anybody get, when I post on the community page, like my YouTube community page, do you get a notification? And I posted on the Facebook page. You have so much body moisturizer. Oh, I bought, you know, that BASD, I think it's called. We had a sample from Topbox a couple of years ago. Anyways, the creme brulee, and that's the one I love, on sale on Amazon. It's like $16.99, and they had a $3 off coupon for like a 300 mil, something like that. It is fabulous. I love this body lotion. So good for dry skin. It's called BASD. If you're looking for something, that's what it's called. I'm just going to go in with like the light pink here. Oh, that's a really nice shimmer. It's nice. I got to sit down with this and really pay attention to what I'm doing. Because it's like, I don't know. It's very light, isn't it? The Charlotte Tilbury. It's so silky. It's nice though. I'm gonna have to sit down and really play with this palette. I'm just dabbing a little bit of black here. Okay, well, that's all she wrote that. Whoops. I'm going to try this Wonder Beauty mascara. Hold on, everybody. I also love talking about body moisturizers. The Rituals body moisturizer. Oh, I love that. It's so good. I love a moisturizer where 5 hours later you can still smell it. Or somebody, you walk past somebody and they go, "Ooh, what's that smell? It's really nice." I like a moisturizer that does that. Like Sol de Janeiro, the Coco Cabana, even though I find that my hands get sticky, but 5 hours later somebody will say, "Oh, you smell nice. What are you wearing?" You know what I mean? The Rituals does the same thing. It stays on. I like that. And so does, oh my God, that Innis from Ireland. That moisturizer that was in the brown paper packages. I freaking love that moisturizer. You know, a nice one that stays on for a long time that you can smell it. The BASD one is good. Um, I don't find that the smell stays with you as long as Sol de Janeiro or the other two, right? But it's still such a beautiful smell. It's not like I can smell it on me 3 or 4 hours later, but not 8 hours later, you know? But that's what I'm using now because I ran out of everything. I ran out of all of those Sol de Janeiros that I had bought over the summer. They're all gone. Um, I only got a little tiny bit left of that Rituals that I got, excuse me, in the glossy box. And so I had to go buy a new one. So I thought, well, I'll get that one because I knew I liked the smell on that one. I just wish it would stay, you know, longer than 4 or 5 hours. I don't know. Where can you buy Rituals here in Canada? I haven't seen that. That's not in Sephora. Is it the Rituals? Hi, Miss Pamela. Tracy, your hubby is funny and talkative when he is drinking. You usually just sit there and nod, right? I know. I just don't have the patience sometimes. I'm like, oh, no, you're not getting my attention today. Uh-oh, I think I'm lagging. Your hubby's grandmother loves perfumes, so if you get one that triggers your allergies, you give it to her. Oh, wow, she'll be 98 in April. Oh, that's amazing. She probably has enough perfume samples to last her until she's 110. You're a barrel of laughs right now. You can't feel your face anymore. Well, I think, is this good, Andrea? Oh, so you don't get a notification for community post. Oh, okay. Oh, Andrea got the notification. Oh, that's interesting. When your husband drinks, you can ask him anything, Sylvie says. The community page, you've been trying to get there. Well, I don't know how you would find it. Okay, so you would go on my channel, right? And up top, I don't know, it says like videos, and it might say playlist, and then it might say community, maybe up top on the screen when you go on my channel. You never get notifications for YT community posts, only for ones you have subscriptions for. You just, because I remember getting, like, I would get notifications for Jen Loves Reviews and Abby Dabby's when she made a community post, notifications for those. You just Googled the BASD lotion, looks interesting. They have a citrus grapefruit scent. Oh, I never tried that one. I just have the creme brulee, and it is a beautiful lotion. If you have dry skin, it is a beautiful lotion, or any kind of skin. It's a gorgeous lotion. Like I can still smell it, but it's not as strong as, say, the Sol de Janeiro one or the Rituals, and you know. But the smell is gorgeous, beautiful smell. You love the Bum Gum Cream Care one, yeah. I love the blue Bum Bum. You must have 6 or 7 deluxe sizes of the hemps alone. Ooh, hemps at Winners. Big bottles of hemps at Winners. I seen that body lotion. Tracy, you love the Bump Up Cream. The smells amazing. Yeah. There is a gift on the Life Spin to Win for it. Oh, yes, Andrea, seen it, Sylvie. She got her. She was the one who actually told me to put the large Boom Boom Cream on the Spin to Win page. Oh, I just want to say, for you guys who are on the page, the bras that are there and the shirts that are there, there's a lot of them that are in plus sizes as well. I was wondering maybe that's why people wouldn't put their numbers on it. It's, you can, if you ask me, because I don't know if it's going to show, because I put them all in one picture, I think. But some of them are plus sizes. Some, you know, go up to like 2X. Some go up to 5X. For the bras, there's, you know, FFFs and DDDs and all that, right? So it's not just, you know, an A32 or a size extra small. Because, I mean, why would you do that? You know. When your hubby has one too many, you can ask him if it's okay to buy anything you want. 3 too many, he's kind of mean. Oh, no. It really is, Tracy, the Bum Bum Cream. You're spreading body lotion on right now like butter. Your skin has dry spots. I found the Ennis lotion over in the States. You can buy it anywhere over in the States. And I know there's places here in Canada too online, but the shipping was a little bit insane. But they actually came out with a body butter for that Ennis body lotion that we got in the brown paper packages subscription a long time ago. So now they have a body butter. And I think the next time I'm in the States, I'm going to find a store that has it and go grab it. Oh, that's awesome, Andrea. Okay, Miss Janet, have a good night. Yes, I'm going to take off too. I got to get this clean and done. The community page just pops up automatically on your subscription notifications. Thank you, Just a Cutie. Have a good week, Miss Janet. You get notifications for the channels that you subscribe to. Well, it does for the channels that you have the bell icon on for. So yeah, make sure you press the bell and then go all notifications. Your dry skin loves La Roche-Posay more than anything. You've been saving the Boom Boom Cream for those special times. Reminds me, you need to go check off all Spin to Win offers that are up. You'll do a deep dive tomorrow. Awesome. And I wait too, just so you know, if you put your name down for a number and like hours later it's still not posted, it's because Facebook is really finicky. You know, like if I go on that post, say 3 or more times in a matter of an hour, they'll delete that post and think that I'm spamming. So I've learned to, and I don't know why, because there's other pages there that I'm sure are not like that, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've stopped tagging, because one time they deleted a post saying that I was tagging too much, so they thought it was spam. So I've stopped tagging, and I'm just trying to like not have them think that it's spam, you know? So as long as you put your numbers there and you know that it's not taken, which usually it takes a while for them to fill up anyways, right? A couple of weeks, you're good. But now tomorrow I'll get on it and I'll put all the numbers, whatever's left and stuff, and tick them all off and put it on my computer. And I like to be able to sit down with my laptop as I'm putting the numbers on the page. I like to be at my laptop at the same time, just because in case Facebook then goes and deletes that post, I already have everyone's number written on my laptop. So I don't stress then like, oh my God, I know somebody put a number there, but I don't remember what it is. So I like to make sure that I'm doing it all at the same time. And whoever paid, I write down on my laptop who's paid. I got a book, I write it in. My nephew's like, why are you doing on your laptop and in a book? And I have your names in my book, like say Andrea. Every time you sent a payment, I have written down what it's for and how much and what date, so then it's so much easier for me. If I got to see if somebody paid, I can always look at my book and go, oh, yeah, right here. You know what I mean? And it's always saved as well in my email. So, but it's a bit of work. You love the La Roche-Posay Cosmic. You have a big bottle of the Lipicure Balm AP plus M on your desk. I don't know why these companies got to come up with all these crazy names, though. You'll have to put your numbers in. Yeah. Just ask me, and you'll be able to see anyway, because I think I try to keep at least the top there. So if you wanted to go Google it, you can see which ones and what sizes and what colors. But yeah, there's some there that are plus sizes. Stupid heads, right? You really appreciate all the work. Oh, thank you so much, Tracy. Good to know with your new dry skin. Okay, everybody, I'm going to take off. I got to go finish the living room, clean the bathroom now. I got my hair done. No, I don't really have my hair done, but I got my makeup on, and the toilet is just going to be fascinated with my makeup look today, because now I got to go clean the toilet. Oh, you're welcome, Nicoletti. So yeah, next week I'll be live next Saturday. Ian's working Monday, Thursday. I don't think there's anything happening. I mean, it's cold. It's February. What are we doing? Don't forget, Ipsy, spoilers and add-on is coming up on Tuesday morning, right? Is Tuesday the 2nd? Or is it the Monday? What's the date today? 29, 30, 31? Or is it Wednesday? When is the 2nd? The 31 is Monday. The 1st is Tuesday. Oh, Wednesday. Wednesday, everybody. Ipsy add-ons Wednesday. Spoilers, don't forget. Good night, Miss Lana. Yes, so coming up in the week, I'm probably going to do the Cosbox for Monday, and then I'll do the winners for Tuesday. Oh, your birthday's on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Andrea. And you're right, it is Wednesday. I'm a dum-dum. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. I'll see you next Saturday. Saturday.